Well, it's still Danbury versus the world, but the journey did not quite get off to the right start last night. The Motor City Rockers taking down the Danbury Hat-Tricks in game one of the season last night. Hat-Tricks trying to turn the page in night number two. Hello again, Hat-Tricks and Rockers fans. Doug Latuca with you here on a Saturday night, game 2 of 56 in the FPHL slate. It's another full slate of games in the league, and the Hat-Tricks looking for points number 1, 2, and 3 tonight. The Rockers scooping up 3 points last night following that 4-2 win. It was a 2-goal performance for Marian Pazitka. He had a goal in the second period, and about 2 minutes later, fresh out of the penalty box, scored a shorthanded goal. And the real story of the night was Ricardo Gonzalez, 49 saves on 51 shots. The Hat-Tricks more than doubling the Rockers in the shot category last night. And it reminded me a little bit of last year's playoffs. Back in the first game here in Danbury. So that was the last game before last night that the Hat-Tricks had been playing here in Danbury. The Hat-Tricks lost 3-2 in overtime. They put 63 shots on Trevor Babin that night and came away with a loss, headed to Fraser, Michigan, won game 2, and then dropped game 3, 4-1, to be eliminated from the playoffs. Hat-Tricks could have a couple of lineup changes tonight. The big question was, will Johnny Ruiz play? Now, he was a game time decision, did skate in the warm-ups. So we will all find out together if the Hat-Tricks captain and co-head coach will give it a go. Time for the anthem here in Danbury. And here we go, hockey time in Danbury, Connecticut. The second game of the weekend set between the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Motor City Rockers in the opening weekend of the 24-25 season. Hello again, everyone. Doug Latuca here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network, hoping that the technical difficulties that we experienced last night do not creep into the broadcast tonight. And as I'm examining the ice and the little guys in the yellow jerseys make their way off the ice, that is Johnny Ruiz for the ceremonial puck drop. So is that the indication that the Hat-Tricks captain is good to go? Well, he's not in a suit. He's got the skates on. And anyone who knows Johnny knows he is a warrior. And if there was any ounce of possibility that his body would allow him to play tonight, then he was going to do so. Now he's sitting on the bench, put his helmet on. He will not start tonight. The hat-tricks going with Eric Linnell, Alexander Gamzatov, and Bozinchenko, the three up front, with Josh LaBelle and Kyle Gonzalez manning the back end. Connor McCollum in net for Danbury, his second straight game. Same can be said for Ricardo Gonzalez, same goaltenders as last night. Rockers in the white tops, black bottoms, and the White Sox hat-tricks, black tops, black bottoms, and the black socks with the orange and white striping. Game 2 of the weekend. Hat-tricks hoping to get in the win column, and we are underway here in Danbury. Rockers with the win last night, quick 2-on-1. Bozinchenko shoots, and the first save for Gonzalez, who made 49 of them last night in a 4-2 Rockers victory. LaBelle's point shot flutters high. Zinchenko on the back door swung and missed. And a quick start for the hat-tricks offense, trying to get on the board early and get the fans activated in game 2 of the season. Rockers enter in third place in the Empire following the win in 3 points last night. Hat-tricks are in 5th, still with no points. Eric Linnell chips and darts to the bench to get a change. The former UConn product, D1. Zach Pamelayan racing after it. Icing waved off. It's Vadim Frolov, cross-ice pass. In stride, it's Guy DeLong. His first action of the season. Played with Watertown last year, 3 games, 1 assist. So he draws in. The scratch tonight for the hat-tricks is William Shatavert. He was slated to play, but with Johnny Ruiz at least dressing tonight, he has not stepped on the ice in the first minute and a half. Shatavert is the odd man out. Chase Harwell not with the team this weekend. Prior obligations, the hat-tricks number 2 center. So Danbury fortunate at least to have Ruiz's name in the lineup card, or they would be down fully their top 2 centers in the game 2 of the season. Connor Woolley had an assist last night on Alexander Gamzatov's first goal as a hat-trick and the opening goal of the season for Danbury. Jake Ratcliffe, number 3, the righty on his backhand near corner. Dishes right point, Henning floats it all the way around the kick plate for Corey Cunningham, who had a power play goal last night. Cunningham in front, Ratcliffe backhander, stopped by Gonzalez, and he hops on top for the whistle. Now, if you tuned in last night in the first period, the hat-tricks outshot the Rockers 14-7, but Motor City got on the board first. It was Eli Rivers from Mike Wynn at 10:02 to give the Rockers a 1-0 advantage. The hat-tricks did answer with about 2.5 minutes on the clock. It was Gamzatov from Woolley and Anderson, but it was the 3 unanswered goals in the second period that allowed the Rockers to pull away. Hat-tricks are on the power play. We'll get the details for you, but there's Johnny Ruiz. He is in the lineup, went down awkwardly behind the net in the second period last night and did not return. So he starts on the top unit with Gamzatov, LaBelle, Woolley, Cunningham. The 5 out there. Hat-tricks did score a power play goal last night. Technically 1 for 7 on the man advantage in game 1. Avery Smith up the right wing short-handed, shoots it wide of the near post. It rims all the way around. Eric Linnell fresh off the bench. As Anderson to his right, backhand sauce to him. The shot went wide. A minute left on the hat-tricks power play. The penalty, Chris Ciolek for tripping. Odd man rush short-handed, a shot save, rebound, score! Avery Smith, a short-handed goal, and just like last night, the Rockers go up 1-0. And for the second straight night, Danbury surrenders a shorthanded goal. Not what the doctor ordered for this Hat-Tricks team. With Ciolik in the box for tripping, Smith makes it 1-0 Rockers. So still 30 seconds on the Hat-Tricks power play. Do they have an answer? Zinchenko for Linnell, chips it wide. Smashed off the boards, kept in by Pamelayan at the line. Second unit on for Danbury. Ratcliffe spinning far side. Below the goal line, Zinchenko. Surveys for Ratcliffe. Straight away Pamelayan. Return Ratcliffe with 15 on the man advantage. Ratcliffe walks the wall, angles for Linnell. Up top Pamelayan, return for Linnell. Final 5, wrist shot, doubled up by Gonzalez. And he holds on to the crumbs. The goal, Avery Smith from Eli Rivers at 3:33 of this first period, a shorthanded goal. And Rivers once again involved in the game's opening goal. He scored it last night. Final 4 seconds of the power play. Danbury wins the draw. LaBelle flings one. Available in the slot. Cunningham couldn't get rid of it. And the penalty is over, back to 5-on-5. We've played about 5 minutes in the first period. 1-0 Motor City on a goal from Smith at 3:33. Woolley in front, Cunningham couldn't get the handle. He whacked it off the post. Hand-eye coordination from Corey Cunningham, who was looking for his second of the season. Was second on the Hat-Tricks last year in goals behind the one and only Johnny Ruiz. Gonzalez steers the shot to the far boards. And a penalty. Elbowing. Josh LaBelle to the box. 5:07 gone, first period. Rockers lead 1-0 and a power play when we come back on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Charter Oak Brewing Company is a Connecticut-based craft beers brewery featuring handcrafted and innovative beers such as pale ales, lagers, India pale ales, brown ales, sours, and several seasoned, more robust beers. Pick one up at the Rabbit Hole here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Live pain-free with Danbury Chiropractic and Wellness. From adjustments to holistic treatments, we're here to help you feel your best. Book your appointment today. Wellness is just a call away. Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Handcrafted small batch whiskey, gin, and more. Visit our distillery today and taste the difference. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Keep your business safe with R&R Protective Services. Expert security solutions tailored to your needs. Call us today for reliable protection you can trust. R&R Protective Services, your safety, our priority. Nothing beats an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Refresh your day with the classic taste everyone loves. Coca-Cola Northeast, bringing smiles and refreshment to your community. Products available.
Back inside the Danbury Ice Arena. 14:53 left. Opening period shots 4-2 Hat-Tricks. But Motor City with a 1-0 lead. And they head to the power play for the first time tonight. And now it turns to a 5-on-3. So just 9 seconds into the LaBelle trip, Abdella is sent to the sin bin for a hook. Oh boy. Back-to-back penalties and some early trouble for the Hat-Tricks. 5-on-3. Motor City was 0 for 3 last night on the power play in their 4-2 win.
Hat-Tricks penalty to number 9, Josh LaBelle.
Smith, Colton, and Milam The three in their own zone. Hightower is out there as well, and with the puck, it's Rivers, play offsides. So the face-off right in front of the Hat-Tricks bench. 1:32 remains on the 5-on-3. And there will be 9 seconds after a 5-on-4. That if the Hat-Tricks can do the job on the kill. Jamison Milam, 3rd season with the Rockers, the captain. Has been in pro hockey since 2006. The veteran at the left point. Milam fanned on the shot. And the puck sent all the way down the ice. .45 seconds of the 5-on-3. Colton to the left point. Gagnon overskated, and it goes all the way back out to center ice. Still a 5-on-3 for the next 35 seconds. Puck is rimmed all the way around the boards, received by Pazitka, who scored twice last night for Motor City. Colton, right point for Milam. Return, Colton shoots high and wide. Off the back glass, swatted at by Ratcliffe, kept in by Colton. Final 15 of the 5-on-3. Milam, far side. Pass across, fanned on by Kafka. LaBelle out of the box. 5-on-4 for the next 5 seconds. Into the zone, it's Pazitka. In front, fanned on again by Kafka. Puck in his skates. Pamelayan laying the body. Back to even. Hat-Tricks kill off the 5-on-3. Rockers still in the zone. Milam winds, looking, shoots wide off the backboards. Received by Gagnon. To the right point, Arister flutters wide, springs in front. Player down in the slot. For the Rockers, it's Gagnon. He gets back to his skates. Puck is sent all the way down into the Rockers zone. Oakes retrieves. Hat-Tricks make a change. Gagnon trying to catch him. Backhand float to the middle. Puck is touched up by Linnell, and another penalty on the Hat-Tricks. It's a slash. They call it on Pamelayan. And once again, Motor City back to the power play. Could not convert on the 5-on-3. The Hat-Tricks giving the Rockers opportunity after opportunity in this first period. Makes it very difficult to go on the offense. Hat-Tricks with 4 shots. Rockers did not register a shot on that 5-on-3. 1 goal on 2 shots.
Fans, get ready for the Hat-Tricks penalty kill.
Dusek out there with Linnell, Zinchenko, and Gonzalez. The 4 black jerseys for the Hat-Tricks. Delaney for the Rockers in the corner. Dishes down low behind the net. It's Oakes as the Rockers set up.
He received 2 minutes for slashing.
Slashing the penalty on Pamelayan.
7 seconds in the first period. Pamelayan for slashing at 7.
Baptiste shoots, save by McCullum, and he covers the rebound. 28 seconds gone on the Pamelayan minor. Face off at the near circle. They kick out Smith from the face-off. Stepping in is Rivers. Abdella whips it around. Anderson there, leads Ratcliffe, couldn't connect. Delaney and Ratcliffe collide in the corner. Puck is free. And the Rockers start back on the offense with 1:10 on the power play. Delaney lofts it far side. Smith and Abdella engage behind the net. 3 Rockers, 2 Hat-Tricks. Henning paired with Abdella on this kill. Anderson and Ratcliffe the forwards. Hightower touches for Delaney. Colton straight away. Return Delaney. Pass detected and cleared by Anderson. Hat-tricks change all four. Linnell, Zinchenko, LaBelle, and Gonzalez. 30 ticks on the power play. Rivers streaks up the left wing. Gave it away to Gonzalez. It's stuck at center. And sent back for Colton. Final 20 of the Rockers power play. Kafka streaks up the right wing, wrists one on. McCullum handles it. Kafka collects in the corner. 7 on the power play. Colton touches, return for Colton. Milam, pass across through everyone. Out of the box, Pamelayan. Pazitka pressed on by LaBelle, and the Hat-tricks are back to even as we hit the midway point of this first period. 1-0 Motor City. Woolley dangles in. Woolley to the net. Couldn't get the shot off. Linnell reverses for Woolley. To the point, Henning. Zinchenko back for Henning. Slap shot blocked. Woolley gets there first. Dusek, wrister. Launched into the netting. And a whistle and a timeout. Shots 5-4. Hat-tricks, but it's 1-0 Motor City here on the Hat-tricks Digital Network.
Need tickets for your next event? Tixter makes it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your Hat-tricks tickets today at Tixter.com because every event starts with the right ticket. Need tools for your next project? Decker Tool Rental HO Pen has everything you need for DIY or professional jobs. Quality tools, expert advice. Rent with confidence at Decker Tool Rental. Cool off with a treat from Twister's Ice Cream Cafe. Delicious ice cream in every flavor imaginable. Stop by Twister's today and treat yourself to something sweet. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Craving wings and good times? Head to TK's American Cafe. With the best wings in town and a fun atmosphere, it's the perfect place to hang out. Visit TK's American Cafe and try the Hat-tricks wings today.
Rockers 1, Hat-tricks nothing. Face off in the Motor City zone. We've played a little more than 10 minutes in the first period of Game 2. 5th season of Hat-tricks hockey here in Danbury. 15th year of the FPHL. So a bunch of anniversaries. Hat-tricks still looking for their first win this season. Rockers with the 4-2 victory last night in the season opener, spoiling the party here in Danbury. Cunningham in the slot, shoots, kick save. Ratcliffe winds, fires high and wide. And out the other way, it's a foot race. A shot fought off by McCullum. Puck is available behind the net. That's Baptiste, number 28. We had a note that he changed his number to 25, but I do believe that is Baptiste. Anyway, Ratcliffe, wrister, and a glove save by Gonzalez. Another quality snag from Gonzalez. He has put on a show over the first 3.5 periods he's played here in Danbury. 49 saves last night, 7 thus far tonight. Right circle draw. Delaney pressed on by Gamzatov. To the back. A shot wide from Abdella. Pamelayan gloves it with the right hand. Sauces far side Zinchenko. Hat-tricks into the O-zone. Zinchenko's swirling. Gets past the check of Oaks. Abdella, wrister, flutters wide. Springs off the backboards. Rivers reverses. Smith gets it as far as center. And the Hat-tricks go back on the attack. Off the end boards, Gonzalez wheels it near side. Gamzatov was there first. Puck pops in the air. It's free. Linnell shoots, pops in the air, rebound, score! First game, first goal for Guy DeLong, and the Hat-Tricks tie it at 1. Scratched last night, draws into the lineup tonight. He's in the right spot at the right time. Go crash the net. And he swats it home for his first goal as a hat trick, his first of the season, and he ties it at 1. So just like last night, Danbury fell behind 1-0. They tied the game later in the first period. One of the referees with an equipment issue, fiddling with his helmet. Hat-Trick's head equipment manager Bob D'Alessio to the rescue. It looks like they have solved the issue. So the fans explode here in Danbury. The 9th shot finally beats Gonzalez. And this game is knotted up at 1. Matt Voidy and company sending DeLong right back out there with Anderson and Frolov. Gonzalez and LaBelle are the defensemen. Third goal of the season for the Hat-Tricks overall. Their first one tonight. Hat-Tricks peppered Gonzalez with 51 shots last night. A whistle. And we're looking. They called that an icing, I believe. Now they're going to meet at center and discuss. So they'll put the face-off at the far dot just outside the hat-trick zone.
We've got polling
Guy DeLong, mentioned, was with Watertown last year, 3 games, had 1 assist from Keene, New Hampshire. Played at Keene State in 1920. And he breaks through tonight for the Hat-Tricks. Ratcliffe curls back, sauces for Woolley, to the back, LaBelle, walks, shoots, blocked, it's available, still there, Woolley's down, and the Rockers clear. Pazitka to the far side. Out to center, Cunningham vacuums it in, leads Ratcliffe too far, swept into the neutral zone. Pazitka, toe drag, Woolley halts him. Rockers making changes. It's ramped in. And Gonzalez, tape to tape with Ratcliffe. Weaves through center over the logo. Chips it in. Linnell, the first one. Triple team behind the net. Sends it in front. It was available. Gamzatov wins the battle. To the right point, Henning. Walks, shoots, tipped on, and Gonzalez makes the save. Dusek activates from the left point. It's Inchenko for Gamzatov. The shot was deflected. Back in front, it's available in the feet, and it spits to the far side. Rockers can't clear. Zinchenko drags, harassed by Colton. Emerges to the back, Henning. Across Dusek. Floats one towards the net. Tipped wide. 6:15 remaining in the opening period. 1-1. Delayed penalty on Motor City. McCullum to the bench. Rockers touch up, and the Hat-Tricks head to the power play. Consistent pressure from the Hat-Tricks on that shift. Linnell, Zinchenko. You had Henning and Dusek on the back end. And it leads to a power play. Hat-Tricks 0 for 1 on their only opportunity, and they've allowed a shorthanded goal. And that was back at 3:33 of this first period. The Hat-Tricks have answered. DeLong with the goal
Motor City Rockers penalty
from
number 27,
Linnell
Chris Yolen.
and Gamzatov.
2 minutes for holding the stick.
Holding the stick is the penalty.
15 minutes 49 seconds of the first period. Yolen
25 ticks off the man advantage. Ruiz taps it for Gamzatov. Trampolines off the end boards. Cunningham, down low Ruiz. Left point LaBelle, quick puck movement. Woolley, across, one-timer, stopped by Gonzalez. Kicked it out with a right pad. Ruiz was camped out at the far circle. Gamzatov crawling, gets to the puck. Ruiz finds LaBelle. Tape to tape, Woolley walks the line. LaBelle, down low, Cunningham, shoots, save, rebound, they whack. It's free. Woolley keeps it in momentarily, and then it's swatted out to center. 55 on the power play. Ruiz in front, Cunningham shoots, save Gonzalez. Then Cunningham was taken out of the play behind the net. Anderson wrists one into the midsection of Gonzalez, and after the whistle, some extracurriculars. Not much post-whistle shenanigans last night. That could change tonight. 4:55 on the clock, first period. Still 44 on the Hat-Tricks power play. When we come back on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Your car deserves the best. Crossroads Car Wash keeps your vehicle looking fresh and clean, fast, affordable, and eco-friendly. Stop by today. Crossroads Car Wash, where a clean car is a happy car. Transform your yard with Yard Goats Landscaping. From lawn care to custom designs, we bring your outdoor vision to life. Call Yard Goats today and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers expert dental services for the whole family. Schedule your appointment today. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get the best cuts of meat with Omaha Beef Company. Fresh, premium beef delivered right to your door. Taste the difference with Omaha Beef, where quality is always on the menu. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need reliable stormwater solutions? Coltech Inc. provides innovative water management systems for residential and commercial properties. Coltech, solutions you can count on, quality you can trust.
Back inside the Danbury Ice Arena. Hat-Tricks 1, Rockers 1. And still 44 seconds on the Danbury power play. Trying to take their first lead of the 24-25 season. This just game 2 of 56 and game 2 of 28 at home. Anderson, Zinchenko, Pamelayan, Linnell, and Ratcliffe. ZP quarterbacks. Ratcliffe in front, Linnell, bouncing puck, and it's nailed down the ice. Shots are 14-5 Hat-Tricks. Finally breaking through on DeLong's first goal in Danbury. Pamelayan behind the net. Zinchenko stuff and try. Gonzalez sprawled out. Gets the whistle. Another packed house here in Danbury. Fans with something to cheer for on the DeLong goal. Looking for another here. Off the draw, Ratcliffe for Pamelayan. Drag, shoots, fought off, rebound in front. Gonzalez has it clamped underneath the pad. Sets up a face-off, and the Hat-Tricks send out power play unit 1 for the last 9 seconds. Face off at the near circle. Ruiz and Pazitka. Hat-Tricks prevail. Gonzalez around the kick plate. Woolley, return for Gonzalez. Back to even. LaBelle shoots. Waffle save. Kafka hops on it in the far corner and skates it to freedom. LaBelle knocks it to center. Pinballs around. Pazitka, wrister, wide. Gagnon all the way around. Cunningham greets it on the far boards. And it's a hand pass, so the face-off right at center ice.
Brought to you by Dream Vacations. Check out dreamvacations.com. Take me away.
This is the second of 3 straight home games for the Hat-Tricks. They welcome the Binghamton Black Bears to town, the defending Commissioner's Cup champions, on Friday. And at 7:30 here in Danbury. And then the Hat-Tricks face off with the Venom in the first regular season matchup of the Battle of '84. Hat-Tricks won a preseason tilt against Hudson Valley last Saturday, a week from today. A week ago today, rather. Face off at center on an offside. Oaks dangles around Gamzatov, who drops for Zinchenko. He shoots off the side of the net. Gonzalez pinching at the right point, keeps it alive. On the far boards, Oaks gets the red, lofts it in. Quick puck movement, Gonzalez to LaBelle to Linnell. Into the O-zone, Linnell fakes the shot, goes outside and shoots it off the blocker of Gonzalez. Rockers the other way, Gagnon. Motor City in a partial change. Frolov can't clear, but does nullify the shot. And Chris Dusek darts up the gut. Possible 3-on-2. Frolov shoots into the midsection of Gonzalez. And once again, no rebound from Ricardo. Back-to-back starts for both Gonzalez and McCullum. Haven't said McCullum's name too much. Just 5 shots for the Rockers with 2:37 the reading on the first period clock. Dusek for DeLong in front, batted around. Anderson couldn't tap it home. Hat-Tricks still on the offense. Dusek shot tipped wide. Heading from the right point. Taps it for DeLong, who has the Hat-Tricks goal. Rivers gave it away. DeLong to the far side, Dusek. Henning. Rister finds its way through the rebound off the pad of Gonzalez. Dusek kept it momentarily. Rivers, right wing. Centers. Knocked away, and Frolov zigzags out of trouble. To open ice, Frolov through the legs. Frolov shoots! Save! Gonzalez doesn't know where it is. He is on top of it. Vadim Frolov, the youngster, looking for his first Hat-Tricks point. Had 5 shots on goal last night and could not sneak it through Gonzalez. So Ricardo busy in the right net. McCullum quiet in the left net. Hat-Tricks like it that way. Off the draw, Cunningham pushed off the puck. Chip and chase from the Rockers. McCullum out to greet it. Wheels it around the kick plate. It stayed in on the line. Just barely. Hamalayan shovels it for Ratcliffe. Out to center, Oaks. He'll stick handle into the zone. Pitched it in deep. Final 1:15 of the opening period. Shots 25-5, Hat-Tricks, and we are tied at 1. Similar script to last night. Hat-Tricks had 51 shots. Motor City didn't break 30. Ratcliffe shoots. Might have been blocked in front. Cunningham harassing from behind. And icing on the Rockers. Oh no, they waved it. Now they blow the whistle. And a penalty on Motor City. I thought they might have gotten Cunningham in the offensive zone. A couple of arms went up, but one was for the Will Campbell penalty. The other was for icing. So the Hat-Tricks once again to the power play. Their third chance. With 45 ticks in the period, the top unit on. Cunningham, who tallied Danbury's power play goal last night, is out there. Gamzatov for LaBelle, one-timer, waffled away. Gamzatov left point, switches spots with LaBelle, angled for Ruiz. LaBelle touched for Woolley. Cross slot, here's LaBelle winding wide. Interference, the penalty. Ruiz shoots, saved by Gonzalez, snared it with the mitt. Locked in, Ricardo Gonzalez. .3, first period. 132 on the Hat-Tricks man advantage. Same 5 for Danbury. LaBelle for Ruiz, one-timer save, rebound in the air, Gamzatov in the area. Two at first is Gagnon, gave it away, 5 seconds, Woolley. Could not get the shot because of penalty on the Hat-Tricks. Cunningham, interference with just 3.8. It's a parade to the penalty box in the first period here in Danbury. And it's an onslaught from the Hat-Tricks. 28 shots, just 1 goal. And it was a dirty goal from DeLong near the right post. So probably one last face-off in this period, 4-on-4 hockey. Hightower and Anderson. Smith kicked. Goes to the far boards. And that is it for the opening 20 here in Danbury. An eventful start to the night, game 2 of the season. They gave boarding to Cunningham, which ended the Hat-Tricks power play, and will be 4-on-4 to start the second. And who knows? That could change rather quickly the way that this game has gone. And with all the penalties, 3 from Motor City, 4 from the Hat-Tricks. And I think the craziest stat of the period is 28-5 of the shots. Danbury with the lead, doing exactly what they sought out to do in training camp, shoot the puck, get the puck to the net. And these aren't just outside shots, same theme as last night. These are not perimeter wristers that are fluttering into the glove of Gonzalez. These are grade A chances right in front. Gonzalez doing splits, stretching, and keeping the Hat-Tricks to just 1 goal in that first period. If you're just joining us, Johnny Ruiz in the lineup. Certainly has not played the minutes that we're used to seeing the Hat-Tricks captain play. Dealing with an injury that occurred last night in the second period, hit behind the net. Did not return to the 4-2 loss last night, but was healthy enough to give it a go tonight. He's been on the power play when the Hat-Tricks have had the advantage. A couple of one-time whips from Mr. Danbury himself. Ruiz, the league leader in power play goals last year with 12. But the Hat-Tricks snake bitten in that first period, except for Guy DeLong making his Hat-Tricks debut. That's back-to-back nights that a player has scored in their Danbury debut. Last night it was Gamzatov who tied the game at 1. Tonight it's DeLong who does the same thing. And we enter period 2, just like we did last night, tied 1-1. Now the shot's a lot different. Hat-tricks had doubled up the Rockers last night, 14-7 after one. Tonight, I'm not a math genius, but what's that, 5 times the shots? 28-5 unofficially on the scoreboard. And the Rockers don't care because it's 1-1. And it will be 4-on-4 hockey to get things going at the start of period number 2. We had a 15-minute break, resurface, get some things set. And for those who were not watching last night, well, we will bring you the first edition of Hat-Tricks Weekly. I sat down with Danbury co-head coach Johnny Ruiz in the middle of the week, spoke about his new responsibilities and what the fans should expect for this weekend and for the next couple of periods. Here it is. New season, new name. This is Hat-Tricks Weekly. We're back in the Hat-Tricks Lounge, but the Hat-Tricks getting ready for season number 5 here in Danbury. Hello, everyone. I'm Hat-Tricks broadcaster Doug Latuca with the new bench boss, Johnny Ruiz. He is still the captain as he transitions into more of a coaching role, but he will play this season. And Johnny, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. How was your summer?
Very busy, a lot of traveling, a lot of family time, but it was all in all good, very good.
Awesome. We had Billy McCreary last year on Catching Up with McCreary. He's now with the Kalamazoo Wings in the ECHL. That was Billy and Isla. Now we have Johnny and Lila. And Johnny, we've had training camp over the last couple of days. The boys are back. The roster starting to finalize. How have those practices been getting this group together?
I think it's been great. We're throwing a lot of info at them and new information for them that they're maybe not used to coming from their, juniors or college level teams. But it's been great. Definitely a bit of a bagger getting their legs back, but all in all, I think it's been great.
Pretty much like every season in the Fed, there's a lot of turnover, especially at the beginning of the season. A couple guys out from last year, a bunch new. We mentioned the new system with Billy now gone and you and Kyle Gonzalez stepping in as the co-head coaches. Is there a lot of moving parts, changes to the scheme, or is it just tinkering here and there?
Definitely tinkering. Obviously, we're keeping the main things that Billy's built here. Continue his legacy and what he's built, because he's built it from the ground up, right? And so a little bit different with systems at times, but a lot of new faces, so we got to teach them, and we got to get them on the level that we have been playing at with Billy's systems and stuff like that. So yeah, a little bit of changes, but most of the same.
I think most of the fans would say it was a question mark if you were going to come back and play. You turned 29B last year. That was the joke that we had mid-season. You have some coaching experience. You were a player coach with the Hat-Tricks for a couple years. Of course, the leadership as a captain, but now you have some more responsibilities as the co-head coach. What are those responsibilities like, and how does that change your day-to-day?
Definitely longer days at the rink. Definitely. We're learning on the fly here. I mean, Billy's taught us so much as it is, but there's some little things that around the background that you don't realize. Being even a player assistant coach, you don't really realize it. So a lot of hours, like I said, a lot of learning on the fly. But working with Kyle and Matt has just been incredible, and we help each other out. We're like a three-headed monster. So it's been very good for the transition. And
the three of you guys have worked together for quite some time. Of course, Matt's been here since the beginning. You and Gonzo have played multiple seasons together on the ice, working together, C&A, now off the ice. Is there anything different about that communication and relationship now that, you have the gloves and the stick on the ice, but now maybe a little suit and tie off the ice?
No, I mean, it's pretty much the same. His and I relationship has always been great ever since, first time we walked in to the rink inaugural season. I'm pretty sure we sat next to each other in the locker room. So that chemistry has always been there. It's been great.
Yeah, 5 tricks. We mentioned that started back in 2019. There's a lot of history with Danbury hockey going all the way back to the early 2000s. What does it mean, season 5? You have a championship through the first 4, trying to get another cup here to Danbury.
I mean, we just want to continue the legacy, right? The culture here has been unbelievable, and from the Trashers to the Whalers, Titans, Mad Hatters, all that, we just keep continuing it with the Hat-Tricks. And we've done a very good job so far. Like you said, season 5, I mean, I remember walking in this building that first year, that first game, and so much has changed, but in a good way, and it's just been incredible.
Yeah, we were together last year when the season did come to an end in Michigan in the first round against Motor City. You guys get them again in the opening weekend here in Danbury. What are you expecting from that 2-game series to start things off, and how do you make adjustments from last year?
Well, we're taking it as a playoff series, right? They ended our season. They cut the year short for us, so a little payback, obviously. But like it's a new chapter. It's a new in the book. It's a new chapter, a new season. So we're taking it as a playoff game, right? We want to win this series. We want to continue to grow. Like we said, we have a lot of new faces in there, a lot of good returners to help, teach them and guide them as we go. But I expect, just any other opening season series, come out banging, come out, flying, and, find ways to win.
And when I met Billy last year, one of the first things he told me was burn the ships, right? You guys won last year, trying to transition. There were a lot of expectations on this group last season after you guys had won that Commissioner's Cup. Now, you're a full year removed from that. You come into this season. What are the expectations for this group, and do you feel like there might be less pressure just because it's not coming off of a championship like last year?
Definitely a little bit less pressure, but, the goal's the same. We want to bring a cup back here. Yeah, coming off a championship win, a lot of eyes are on you. So maybe that was added pressure for, some of us returners. So the thing is, we're learning from it, right? We had success, then we fell back, right? You take a couple steps back. Now we're moving forward. We want to get back to that championship series and, bring the cup back home.
What do you love most about a home opening series? That first game of the year, this place should be rocking. It might be shaking in here. It was last year when you guys scored less than 15 seconds into the opening game. What are you expecting for Friday night?
Same exact thing. I mean, these fans, this city is just incredible, and they're so passionate, and really gives us that extra drive, that extra energy to, perform on the ice for them, because they're so passionate. They're diehards, right? So they're here every week, every time. I mean, during camp, there's already been a few fans that have stopped by and watched, which is awesome. And you see how engaged they are and how committed they are to us. We got to do the same and, put out a good product for them.
Fans are always itching for more Hat-Tricks hockey. We'll keep the tradition alive of the fill in the blank. So, Johnny, the Hat-Tricks get off on the right foot if
we're all bought in.
The team is all bought in. Well, we'll find out on Friday and Saturday night. The home opener is Friday the 18th, just a couple of days away. We want to see you there, so grab your tickets at danburyhattricks.com. Almost ready for period 2 here in Danbury, Connecticut. Second game of the weekend set between the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Motor City Rockers. Hat-Tricks searching for their first win of the early season. Rockers with a 4-2 victory last night in the season opener. Spoiled the party. And in the first period, the story was once again similar to last night. Ricardo Gonzalez, 27 shots, 26 saves officially. Now, we got a stat update from Ben Zalagi, who was the Rockers broadcaster the last 2 seasons. Met him during the playoffs. Excellent broadcaster. And he does game threads when the Rockers are on the road. And he says 27-point shots are the most ever allowed by the Rockers in a single period. And get this, the second most last year, game 3 of the playoffs in Motor City. That 4-1 win for the Rockers. So, goaltending has been the difference between these two teams over the last couple of meetings. Period 2 underway. 4-on-4 hockey for 105. Linnell in the box for the Hat-Tricks. Rather, it's Cunningham in the box for the Hat-Tricks and Campbell for the Rockers. It was interference on Campbell, boarding on Cunningham. The teams switch sides. And we get period number 2 underway. LaBelle out there with Gonzalez, Ratcliffe, and Zinchenko. Hat-Tricks sail it down the ice. Oaks gets there first, and an icing on the Hat-Tricks. Just 24 seconds into this middle frame. And a D-zone face-off for the Hat-Tricks. 4-on-4 hockey. It's Smith and Zinchenko. Hat-Tricks gain possession. LaBelle twisting behind the net. Gives it off for Gonzalez. Pass too far for Ratcliffe, and Colton goes D-to-D with Oaks. Oaks with the Blue Ridge Bobcats last year. Number 9 in white. Closed off by LaBelle. Zinchenko leaves it for Gonzalez. Near side Ratcliffe. Sauce for a streaking LaBelle. Colton and LaBelle meet behind the net. They crash. LaBelle coming away with it. Try to one-hand it to the back. Ruiz was there. And it's chopped into the hat-trick zone. Final 5 seconds of this 4-on-4, and then the Rockers to the power play. 1-on-3 Ruiz, fakes to the outside, still controls, fights off a check. Now a 35-second power play for Motor City. Dusek paired with Abdella. Sent in. 1:30 gone in this period. And the last 20 seconds of this Rockers power play. Pazitka, pestered by Linnell. Gives it off to the far side, Campbell. Rips it off the back glass. In the skates of Woolley. Shoveled below the goal line. Gagnon, stapled to the glass by Abdella. Power play is over. Outlet fresh out of the box. Cunningham, and it goes right on net for Gonzalez. Puts the trapper on top. So 2:05 into the second period. An offensive zone faceoff. For Danbury. If you're just joining us, I'm Doug Latucci here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. Just past 8 o'clock on the East Coast. We appreciate you for stopping by. We know there could be some other sports that you could be watching. Might have a double screen action tonight. Some of the Danbury fans, hey, maybe some fans out in Fraser, Michigan also have the New York Yankees on the television screen. Trying to finish off the Cleveland Guardians and head to the World Series. But here in Danbury, it's the Rockers and the Hat-Tricks finishing off a weekend set. 1-1. Early stages second. Milam snaps one. And McCullum closes it down. And impressively, does not allow a rebound. Only 5 shots from Motor City in that first period. I said I didn't mention McCullum's name really at all, especially in the second half of that period. It was all Gonzalez. Sure, the Rockers trying to make adjustments going into this second period to get more offense. They scored 4 goals last night, 3 unanswered in the second period. Zinchenko was onside. Gamzatov releases, and it's ramped into the netting. 2:53 erased, second period. Lanel, Gamzatov, and Zinchenko. The second line for this hat-trick squad has been fairly consistent tonight. Henning pinches from the right point. 40-year-old D-man back there with Dusek. Zinchenko, successful stick lift, toe drags, dishes down low, shot blocked, rebound, went wide. Lanel to the point. Dusek walks the line, shoots, kicked out. Dusek keeps it alive. Hightower looking for Smith, gets it there. Pass right down the middle for Rivers, too far, but he wins the foot race. Dusek pressed along the glass by Smith. Puck spits on goal, and McCullum opts for a whistle. Hat-tricks often outshot their opponents last season. Didn't always result in wins, but you could pretty much count on the Hat-tricks having more shots than their opponent on most nights. DeLong, who has the Hat-tricks goal, up for Corey Anderson, who got on the score sheet last night with an assist in his first game back in Danbury since 21-22. 2-year hiatus from pro hockey. Xavier Abdella, many thought he'd be in France right now, but a visa issue has him back in the Hat City for season 3. Danbury not complaining, having the X-Man back on defense. He's out there with Pamelayan. Kafka, far side. Stick lifted by Frolov. Danbury on the attack. DeLong, tape to tape Frolov. In the slot, Frolov dangling, puck free, and sent up and into the Hat-tricks bench. Nearly a delay of game. Would have needed another 6 inches to make the first row of seats. Instead, it's just a face-off to the right of Ricardo Gonzalez. Woolley, Ratcliffe, Cunningham, LaBelle, and Gonzalez. No Ruiz on this top line. He's mostly been used in power play and penalty kill situations. That is about it tonight. Dealing with an injury sustained last night. Went down awkwardly behind the net on a collision. It was a game-time decision tonight. Here's a shot into the chest of McCullum and a cover. That's Baptiste. Haven't even played 5 minutes in the second. Still 1-1, both goals in the first. Milam ripped one. Blockered aside by McCullum. LaBelle lifts it for Cunningham out of his outstretched glove. And Milam connects with Roel, but a turnover at center. Slipped inside and taken away. Baptiste, toe drag, shoots wide. Rims around Woolley. Try to ramp it out of the zone. Couple players go tumbling. Gonzalez with Ratcliffe, odd man rush. Cunningham looking, shoots, save, rebound. He fell to the ice, did Cunningham, and the puck trampolined out to center. Cunningham touched the puck before he exited the zone. So the faceoff will go all the way back to the Hat-Trick's end when we come back. Here are the Hat-Trick's Digital Network.
Need custom signs or graphics? Vision Designs brings your vision to life with quality printing and design services. Call Vision Designs today for all your custom printing needs. Need a plumber you can trust? Hope Plumbing offers fast, reliable service for all your plumbing needs. From repairs to installations, we've got you covered. Hope Plumbing, where your home is our priority. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and more. Visit Texas Roadhouse today, where great food and great times come together. Drive in style with Todd Maserati, offering the latest Maserati models and top-quality service. Visit Todd Maserati today for the luxury car experience you've been waiting for. Raise a glass at Reverie Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer in a variety of styles. Visit our tap room today and sip on something special. Reverie Brewing, where beer meets imagination. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Game 2 of the season, Hat-Tricks and Rockers. 5:22 elapsed in this second period. Doug Latuca with you on a Saturday night from Danbury, Connecticut. Thanks for joining us on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. All squared up at 1. Both goals in the first. Smith got the scoring started for the Rockers, then DeLong answered about midway through the period. That's where we stand. Early stages, middle frame. Very similar to last night's 4-2 Motor City win, but the Rockers scored 31 seconds into that second period to take the lead, and that started a run of 3 straight goals. Hat-Tricks, 2-on-1. Linnell dragging, pass across, they score! Gemzatov again! Hat-Tricks 2, Rockers 1! Well, that trade is paying off. Back-to-back nights, Gemzatov has goals. A 2-on-1, Linnell outweighting the defenseman. Slid it under the stick, and a tap-in for Gemzatov. Professional point number 1 for Linnell. His first with the hat-tricks and assist. Gemzatov with his second goal of the season. His second goal with the hat-tricks. And Danbury has its first lead of the 24-25 season. Shot number 31 beats Gonzalez. 6 minutes off the clock, second period. 2-1 Danbury. DeLong rustling the glass. And Cunningham shot it up into the netting. It hit the glass, so no penalty. Mentioned last night, Gemzatov acquired on October 14th. That was Monday, 5 days ago. He's got 2 goals for the hat-tricks. Had 12 for Watertown last year. And already 2 for the hat-tricks this season. 49 games, 12 goals. 2 games, 2 goals. Hat-tricks love it. Cunningham shoots. Ratcliffe rebound. LaBelle below the goal line. Slipped it in front. Knocked away by Roel. And now numbers for the Rockers. Baptiste, wrist shot. Knocked down. A scrum below the goal line. Linnell and Henning with the assists. Squirts free for Ratcliffe. Angles for Cunningham. Looking for reinforcements. Has LaBelle. Gets it back to Cunningham. Outnumbered in the O-zone. Pass intended for Ratcliffe. Knocked aside. Rivers darts left wing. He shoots. Shoulder save McCullum. Henning back on defense. Hightower and Delaney play catch in the Rocker zone. 2-1 Danbury. 12:30 to go in this second period. Hightower collides with Dusek in the corner. Milam at the right point. Through Smith. Gets there first. Chops it to the far side. Henning leading Gamzatov, who has the go-ahead goal. Linnell, right wing. Went for a toe drag through Milam, who stood tall. Tough to get around the veteran and the captain Milam. Mentioned started playing pro hockey in 2006. Three-time ECHL All-Star is Milam. Pazitka, 2 goals last night. Easy save for McCullum with the blocker, but Pazitka is back on it. His centering pass knocked away. Smith, low right, all the way through. Delaney picks it up far side. Pazitka twirling, shooting, blocked by Pamelayan, but the Hat-Tricks having trouble clearing the zone. ZP swerves out of trouble. Sends it ahead for Linnell, who gets it as far as the Rockers' blue line before Gagnon receives a headman pass into the O-zone. Gagnon the lefty, around the kick plate to the far side. Kafka. Linnell gets it for the Hat-Tricks. Lofted through center, and Colton reorganizes in the Rocker zone. Kafka, lead pass. DeLong got a piece. .10:40 to go, second period. Hat-Tricks with the last 2 goals. Their first lead of the season. Hat-Tricks net was knocked off. There was pressure applied by Ciolek. And Cunningham and Ciolek combined to knock off the net. So a whistle and a face-off at the near circle. Shots unofficially 31-9 Hat-Tricks. Gonzalez rims it around. Frolov meets it. Ahead for DeLong, who swats it in. Puck off the end boards, and Gonzalez freezes. So from a defensive draw to an offensive zone faceoff, the Hat-Tricks change things up, and there is Johnny Ruiz taking the place of Woolley, who has centered the top line tonight, with Ruiz dealing with an ailment of the Hat-Tricks in an opportunistic spot. Ruiz kicked out, Ratcliffe steps in, and the Hat-Tricks win the faceoff anyway. Campbell on the backhand, out to center, gloved by Gonzalez, who shoots it back in. Halfway point, second period. 2-1 Hat-Tricks. Rowell, stapled to the glass. Puck stuck in the mud behind the net. LaBelle works it free. Off the skate of Ratcliffe, vacuumed in by Cunningham, taking it wide, backhander off the helmet of Gonzalez. LaBelle's long-range snapper snagged with the glove of Gonzalez, and we are at the media timeout. Hat-tricks 2, Rockers 1. About 10 minutes to play here in the second period.
Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. Reliable heating oil delivery and expert service to keep your home comfortable. Call Mitchell Oil today for quality service you can trust. Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Fresh frozen yogurt with endless topping combinations. Visit today and create your perfect dessert. Peach Wave, where the possibilities are sweet. Building something special? Kellogg Hardwood Lumber has the finest kiln-dried hardwood lumber for all your projects. From flooring to furniture, we have what you need. Visit Kellogg Hardwood Lumber today. From sports injuries to joint pain, Ortho Connecticut has you covered. Expert orthopedic care for every body. Call today to schedule your consultation. Ortho Connecticut, where movement matters. Looking for reliable waste management solutions? Oak Ridge provides efficient, eco-friendly waste and recycling services for businesses and homes. Call Oak Ridge today and simplify your waste disposal. Perfect your swing at Golf Ranch Ridgefield. With driving ranges, lessons, and top-of-the-line gear, we've got everything a golfer needs. Visit Golf Ranch Ridgefield today, where golf meets fun.
Back inside the Danbury Ice Arena, Doug Latuca with you on a Saturday night on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. Danbury holding on to a 1-goal lead. Back-to-back goals in this game. One in the first from DeLong, his first is a hat-trick. And Gamzatov with the lone goal of this period, his second in a Danbury uniform in as many games. Face off at the near circle, Rockers zone. It's Smith and Ruiz for the draw. A tie-up, Ratcliffe for Ruiz, and he lost the handle in the low slot. Smith the other way, gains the line. Shoots, ramped off the stick, clanks off the glass. Ruiz up ahead for Cunningham. Here's Cunningham on a break, and at the last moment, Oakes swept it out. The other way, Smith in, backhander Fandon. He's got it back at the far circle. Smith wrister, glove save McCullum. 13th shot for the Rockers. 12th save.
It doesn't get much better. Catch a wave, a peach one at
For
the
McCullum.
Peach Wave of Bethel.
Linnell and Gagnon for the draw. Point shot, blocked down in the slot. Chipped for Oakes. He rattles one off the side of the net. Back in front, shot wide. On it is Pazitka. Worked on by Abdella. Wheels it below the goal line. Slipped in front. Zinchenko picks it off. And there he goes from right to left. Zinchenko. Drops off for Gamzatov. Right point, Pamelayan was climbing the wall. Zinchenko. Head up. Pressured by Gagnon. Puck is still there. Linnell twisting. Pazitka. In a battle with Linnell. Clogged up on the far boards. Fans getting into it. Hat-tricks with 20 more shots than the Rockers. 27 shots in the first period for Danbury. Linnell, cross slot feed. Frolov shoots. Fought off by Gonzalez. DeLong was camped out in front. A board battle in the corner. Frolov comes away. Pamelayan, head fake. Walks the line. DeLong, wrister, save, rebound, far circle, and knocked out to center. 7.5 left in this second. Hat-tricks with a 1-goal advantage. Frolov, cross ice, Pamelayan. Stops at the line, rims it down low, DeLong. Clogged up, Anderson backhander save, rebound, score! Another newcomer, this time it's Vadim Frolov. His first professional goal, and it's 3-1 Hat-tricks. All the new guys getting involved. DeLong, Gamzatov, and now Frolov cleaning up the mess in front. Frolov, born in '03 from Russia. Had 5 shots on goal last night, didn't score, and tonight, one of the easier tap-ins he'll have all season, makes it 3-1 hat tricks. Danbury playing a much better game tonight, specifically defensively. Mentioned only 14 shots for the Rockers. They've had more high-quality chances on Gonzalez as well, and they're back of the O-zone. There's Kyle Gonzalez. Now LaBelle. Rister blocked by a sliding Hightower. LaBelle pounces on it. He and Ratcliffe in the corner communicate. Hightower couldn't clear. LaBelle keeps. Ratcliffe to Henning. Wrist shot. Hit the back of Campbell. Danbury keeps. LaBelle filters it down low. Cunningham centering try. Blocked away. Cunningham sidesteps a check, gets to the puck first. Cunningham has space, pass in front, backhander Fandon, rebound, it's Ratcliffe. To the left point, Dusek. Return Ratcliffe. Hat-trick's buzzing in the O-zone. Ratcliffe, Rister, fought off, rebound Cunningham, wrap around, it's in front. Gonzalez is there at the post to make the save. Hat-tricks are all over the Rockers. Gonzalez, the reason this game is still 3-1. Cunningham can't believe it as he gets up. And he has some words for Gonzalez. Like, my goodness, can't crack the code tonight. But we said it, it's the youngsters getting the job done. The goal, Frolov from Anderson and DeLong at 12:53. 3 straight goals for the hat-tricks. Almost the opposite formula of last night where the Rockers had 3 unanswered goals. And it was Pazitka who put that one on McCullum, who had 2 last night in that second frame to push the Rockers in front. Tonight, a different story. Massive hit in front of the hat-tricks bench. Danbury looking for a penalty. They wanted an elbow. Linnell gets back into play, number 13. He lays a hit on Oakes. Zinchenko shoots off the side of the net on goal, and Gonzalez gloves it. Linnell frustrated. He's got to be careful. Not much extracurricular stuff in this 2-game set thus far. Didn't have a fight in game 1. Did have a bit of a wrestling match that Frolov was involved in last night, but nothing really at all except for that scrum involving Linnell, who was not pleased with the check he absorbed in front of the hat-tricks bench a little earlier in the shift. A.J. Galante introduced to the hat-tricks crowd up in his suite, Fairfield County Bank suite. A.J. taking over as a senior advisor to the general manager this season, and has been heavily involved in the hat-tricks in the early part of this 24-25 season, and a lot more to come. Of course, the general manager of the Danbury Trashers from 04 to 05, and the star in the documentary on Netflix. Hat-tricks 2-on-1. Anderson centers, Frolov fans. About got it, puts it in front. Rodriguez got a piece. Rather, Gonzalez got a piece. And then the shot ramped into the netting. And the final media timeout of this middle period. Hat-tricks applying immense pressure to the Rockers. They lead 3-1. They have 41 shots. More Hat-tricks hockey next on the Hat-tricks Digital Network.
Hat-tricks fans, are you hungry? Caroluzzi's Markets has the best sub shop and the best selection of chef-prepared meals for easy dinners. Caroluzzi's is your one-stop supermarket for all your grocery needs and so much more. Craving something sweet? Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With new flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. Visit Crumble today. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Hey Hat-Tricks fans, for a comfortable stay with great amenities, the only choice is the La Quinta by Wyndham in Danbury. Ask for the Hat-Tricks friends and family rate. You can't beat it. La Quinta. Get back to feeling your best with Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for every body and every injury. Call today to start your recovery. Hat City Physical Therapy. Your health is our focus. The official bank of the Danbury Hat-Tricks. It's where the Hat-Tricks bank and the tellers wear the Danbury Hat-Tricks top hat. Fairfield County Bank is the hometown bank of the Danbury Hat-Tricks and are proud to support their hometown team. Hey Hat-Tricks fans, park in the Patriot Garage across the street from the Danbury Ice Arena. It's safe, secure, and legal. Make sure the only ticket you get is to the game.
4:35 to go, middle period, Hat-Tricks 3 and the Rockers 1. It's been all Danbury in this second period. They've scored 3 unanswered goals going back to the first. Gamzatov and Frolov in this period. Cunningham surveys in some traffic in the high slot, couldn't pry it free. Headman looks, Smith and LaBelle collide in the corner. Smith wins the battle. In front, shot, score! It started with Smith in the corner. He beat LaBelle to the puck, threw his body weight around, and it results in the Rockers' second goal of the night. And it is Eli Rivers again, his second goal of the weekend and his second point of the night. He assisted on Smith's goal in the first. So Smith and Rivers, the duo, going to work for the Rockers and pulling Motor City within 1. So that quiets the Hat-Tricks crowd just a bit. They were up in a frenzy following the Candlewood bait and tackle in-game event at the commercial break. We had our intern Max fire a fish, not a real fish, fake fish from the stands. And Ryan Gibb made the grab at center ice with the fishing net. Crowd went wild. And a coupon handed out to Candlewood bait and tackle. But with the Rivers goal, it is a little more quiet in here. And it's a 1-goal game. Heading angles for Linnell. Slips it in deep. 2 black jerseys, 2 white. Gagnon crept over, took the puck, and Kafka gets it as far as center before it's splintered back in. Delaney at the blue line, floats it in deep. Dusek with 3.5 to go in the period. Henning's outlet pass, redirected off the stick of Linnell, and it's batted back in. Henning off the boards, leads Linnell. It's chipped in deep. Hat-Tricks making partial changes. Hat-Tricks tripling up the Rockers in shots, nearly. 42-15. Turnover at the blue line. A delayed penalty on the Hat-Tricks. A trip. Anderson will sit. Now the Rockers, who looked dead and buried with the Hat-Tricks swarming, stayed in the game because of Gonzalez, who has been stupendous in his second straight start. They get the goal to get within 1. And now have a chance on the power play. Roel won the faceoff. Milam at the right point In deep off the skate of Baptiste.
He received 2 minutes for tripping. Time the penalty, 17 minutes.
Tripping the penalty on Anderson. Another penalty could be coming. And this one is on the Rockers. So not even 20 seconds in to Motor City's power play. Roel goes to the box for slashing, and we play 4-on-4. So bring the face-off into the Motor City zone. Hat-tricks win it. It's LaBelle. Wrist shot. Seen by Gonzalez and caught with the lefty mitt. Another face-off at that same circle. Smith tried to glove it down. Hat-tricks come away with it. Zinchenko twirling along the boards. Near the blue line, Zinchenko lost the handle. It's free at the left point. And pitchfork at it, spits out. LaBelle, wrister, deflected into the netting and out of play. Final game of the weekend series. And the second of 3 straight home games for the Hat-tricks to open up 24-25. Gonzalez lets one fly, missed the net. Smith looking for Hightower. Instead, it's Ratcliffe for the Hat-tricks. Gains the line, dumps off Gonzalez. Head up, back for LaBelle. His wrister engulfed by Ricardo Gonzalez. That is save number 43 for Gonzalez. And we still have 21 minutes and 45 seconds of regulation. Oaks in his own zone. .35 seconds on the 4-on-4. Oaks, dipsy-do, crashes in, backhander saved by McCullum. And no rebound. Crucial stop from McCullum. His 14th of the evening. Remember, the Hat-tricks had 51 shots last night. They are at 46 so far tonight. Off the face-off, Linnell chips and chases. Him and Oaks collide, and it's knocked back into the Hat-trick zone. The most shots the Hat-tricks have had in a game, 70. Back on December 3rd, 2021 against Delaware. It was a 5-0 win. Imagine that, just 5 goals on 70 shots. But you'll take the W. Hat-tricks on an abbreviated power play for 15 seconds, under a minute to go in this second period. Puck is skied into the Hat-trick zone, and the puck grazed off of the visor of Anderson, who collects in the slot. Anderson shoots, blocked by Milam. Puck sneaks out to Pamelayan with 30. ZP in the corner, pressed on by Roel, turns in front, free puck. Zinchenko tangled up. Pazitka plays far side, Campbell. Cannot clear, Linnell keeps with 10. Milam behind the net. Presses along for Roel. Zinchenko shoots, safe, rebound in the air. Anderson with 3, centers. Pazitka is going to run out of time. One last impressive save from Gonzalez at the end of the period. And if there were 5 more seconds on that clock, Pazitka would have had a breakaway. But the hat-trick's fortunate that was not the case. So a period that the hat-tricks mostly dominated once again, more than doubling up on shots. 47-16, the official numbers. 20 for Danbury in that period, 27 in the first. The hat-tricks scored twice in the period at 5:39 and 12:53. Gamzatov and Frolov, respectively, stepped out to a 3-1 lead. Very similar to what Motor City did last night, except the Rockers added a 4th goal before the hat-tricks would get back on the board with their 2nd. So, at the end of 2 periods, it is the hat-tricks 3 and the Rockers 2. Smith with the first Motor City goal, assisted by Rivers, and Rivers getting the assist from Smith in the 2nd period. So those 2 in on both goals, the only contributors to the box score other than penalties for Motor City. It's a 2-point night for DeLong. It's a 2-point night for Gamzatov, who both have goals and assists. And the hat-tricks with a couple firsts tonight with DeLong and Frolov, and Gamzatov with his 2nd goal in as many nights for the hat-tricks. Well, it's the center ice shot. Todd Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Danbury. Center ice shot. Looking for a connection from center ice.
You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Are there any Philadelphia Philly fans in here? Show your face. If you're a Phillies fan,
We're talking baseball now in the intermission.
any Boston Red Sox fans?
Of course, that big game tonight in the ALCS.
How about the New York Yankees? Any Yankee fans?
Yankees mentioned, and they get quite the cheer.
Let's see what you got. You put it in. 5 free wings from TK. Look at this.
5 free wings from TK's American Cafe. Apologies there. It is not the Todd Maserati Alfa Romeo Chuck-a-Puck quite yet. But for 5 free wings at TK's, oh yeah. Oh, he hit the post! Oh, I spoke too soon. That's the old broadcaster's jinx right there.
The stick is broken.
Well, he said the stick is broken.
Here we go.
3rd time's a charm. Can he sneak it in? Oh, he hit the post again. Can't
This is
catch a break.
This is like
He's got a lot of velocity on the shots, too. This guy's a player.
This is not what it is. Here it is. Here we go.
4th time. Oh, he missed it again. This is unbelievable.
Next.
He's hit iron, or at least the outside of the net, 4 times.
You can do this. Come on now. Will, 5 free
Fans
wings.
want their 5 free wings. Can they get it?
All right, there we go.
That's center cut. You can see he's not pleased, but he'll take it.
For Chuck-a-Puck. We're gonna give
And now
you
it's
a
Chuck-a-Puck
chance to
time.
win $200.
Presented by Todd Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Danbury.
Family has been putting this community behind the wheel of quality vehicles for the past 30
Trash can out, and another popular event here in Danbury.
You win $200.
We'll watch the pucks fly.
Go see the Bennett family on Newtown.
Foam pucks, of course.
You need an Alfa Romeo that's a better fit, but dream big. 3, 2, 1, chuck your pucks.
And the first 2 pucks are off. Hit the can on the first shot. Oh, there's one from the sweet level. All right, someone's coming away with some cash. It's a $200 prize. Bouncing pucks, flying in. I'd love to hear in the comments what your strategy would be with the chuck-a-puck. Are you a bouncer, or do you try to fly it with no bounce? You see all different strategies. Some people just hurl and hope it goes in. Others, very strategic, and that one went in. Believe that's the Generali crew. Once again, name dropped on a Hat Tricks broadcast. They are always in the running for a victory in the chuck-a-puck. They've almost mastered it. So far, I see 2 in the bucket. Now, it has to depend on where you are in the stands, because if you're in the suite level on the far side, you have to have some sort of an advantage. You're right on top of the glass.
We got 2.
We got 2 winners.
Looks like we got 1808. And we got 240. 1808.
2 winners.
It was your
Chuck-a-puck. Todd Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Danbury.
What's going on with this? 1808 and 240 are the winners.
So, some fun intermission activities. Clear the ice. Get the Zamboni out. And we'll have the third period. Hat Tricks leading the Rockers 3-2. Danbury in search of its first win of the season after losing 4-2 last night to these same Rockers. Shots officially at the end of 40 minutes are 47-22 in favor of the Hat Tricks. The most ever 70 shots by Danbury against Delaware in 2021. Not sure if we'll get there. That would have to be some heck of a third period from the Hat Tricks. And we're holding on to a 1-goal advantage. All right, we'll step aside, come back in about 13 minutes. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey on the Hat Tricks Digital Network. an extended intermission, but we are back for the third period here in Danbury, Connecticut. Hat-Tricks clinging to a 3-2 lead over the Rockers in the second game of this weekend series to open up the 24-25 season. Hello again, Doug Latuca with you here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. So glad you can join us as the Hat-Tricks search for their first win of the young season. If you're just joining us, like last night, the Rockers took a 1-0 lead fairly early on. Smith at 3:33 from Rivers. It was a shorthanded goal for Motor City, but the Hat-Tricks rattling off 3 consecutive goals, 1 in the first and 2 in the second. It was DeLong from Linnell and Gamzatov at 11:51 that got things started for the Hat-Tricks. And then in the second, it was Gamzatov from Linnell and Henning at 5:39, and then Frolov from Anderson and DeLong. So that made it 3-1 Hat-Tricks. Rivers, who scored the opening goal last night for Motor City, brought the Rockers within 1 with his goal at 15:44. Smith with the assist started the play in the near corner, shoveled it in front, and Rivers cleaned up the mess. Final 20 minutes of regulation. Ruiz and Smith for the face-off. Puck is down, and we are off. It's Ruiz, Ratcliffe, and Cunningham out there with Gonzalez and LaBelle. Hat-Tricks force a turnover below the goal line. Ruiz to the right point, Gonzalez. Slips it below the goal line. Smith beats Cunningham to it. Shovels it up the boards. Free puck, swatted out to center. And a one-hand effort successful by Hightower, but the Hat-Tricks turn it right back in past Gonzalez, who was a bit off balance 30 seconds in to the third period. Eric Linnell picked up his first Hat-Tricks point tonight for Josh LaBelle, who's paired on defense with Xavier Abdella. Linnell streaking through center, up the right wing, takes it wide. Linnell, wraparound chance through everyone. Woolley scoops it up near side. Woolley in front for Linnell through his outstretched blade. Abdella pitching in from the point, wobbling puck. Settled by Abdella, who pitchforked it in deeper. Woolley at the point, keeps it in, climbs the wall. And it's sailed out to center by Baptiste. Fired right back in by the Hat-Tricks. Oakes rims it around the kick plate all the way down, and icing is called. Rockers arguing that Abdella could have gotten there. But an icing, 1 minute and 29 seconds in to the third period. Throughout the weekend, we've mentioned the 3-game playoff series between these two teams. Motor City won it 2-1. They only met twice in the regular season in 23-24. One game ended in overtime, a victory for the Rockers, and then the next night the Hat-Tricks won in regulation. Puck trickles in on McCullum, and he settles things down. And after the whistle, some pushing and shoving. No penalties. We stay 5-on-5. The face-off between Gagnon and Anderson. Worked past Delaney at the left point, who sprints after it. Frolov pestering from behind. Dusek chops it along the boards. Anderson beat to the puck by Oakes, who twirls it back towards the hat-trick zone. Gagnon chips it in. Henning behind the net. Frolov fending off a check. Angles it for Dusek in the far corner, who sauces it as far as the blue line. Kicked down by Oakes, who possesses it center. And the Rockers turn it back before it's given away. Not much possession at center ice to start this third period for either side. Smith lost the handle, and Ratcliffe sauces it forward. Gonzalez out of the net, lost it to Ruiz, shoots! Gonzalez has it, rebound, score! Gonzalez made the initial save, but Cunningham found the puck in the low slot and snapped it home. The Hat-Tricks have a 2-goal lead yet again. Gonzalez's stick broke on the play. He fanned on it behind the net. There was a scramble in front, and Cunningham there to clean it up. 4-2 Hat-Tricks. For Cunningham, it's his second goal of the season. Mentioned his 23 last year, second on the team. Here's Ruiz, wrister blocked. Rebound, Ruiz waiting, tries to tuck, wrap around, kick saved by Gonzalez. His best of the night. Ratcliffe to the back, LaBelle. Shot was blocked. Hat-Tricks keep it alive. Centering try, Ruiz was camped out in front, and Woolley draws a penalty. A tripping call, and Danbury back to the man advantage. Colton to the box for tripping. The Hat-Tricks distancing themselves a bit more with the fourth goal. Cunningham from Ruiz and Ratcliffe. First point of the season for Johnny Ruiz. Was a question mark coming into this game. Decided to suit up. And he's on the score sheet. Hat-Tricks power play. Danbury clears it itself. And it goes all the way back down. Shots on the big board listed at 51-23 Hat-Tricks. Himalayan quarterbacks this unit. Ratcliffe gains the zone, curls back at the near wall, hands off for Anderson, creeps in, shoots, hit the crossbar. Anderson with one of the best shots on this Hat-Trick squad, can really let it fly and doesn't need a lot of space. That time he had plenty of room to operate, and he slung it off the iron. Rockers attempted a clear, and it hit the roof. 102 on the Danbury power play. 4:05 erased in this third. And the Hat-Tricks with the insurance goal, Cunningham at 2:36. Ruiz caused the turnover. Gonzalez out of the net. And the Hat-Tricks make him pay. A tip try for Cunningham. He flew by the net. Gonzalez fought it off. Final 50 of the power play. Rivers chasing after Woolley. He'll back off. And LaBelle switches spots with Woolley. Darts up the middle. Hat-Tricks gain the line. Woolley looking for Ruiz. It's in his skates. Gamzatov, who has his second goal of the season, turned it over, and the Rockers clear the zone. Final 20 on the power play. Outlet for Gamzatov. Has Cunningham behind him. Gives it to Corey, who just scored for Danbury. Drop off Woolley. Pass for Cunningham in his skates. Back for LaBelle. Final 10 of the power play. Ruiz looking to settle. He's tossed to the ice. Hat-tricks keep. It's Woolley across Cunningham. Shoots. Saved by Gonzalez with the blocker. Power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. Fresh out of the box is Colton, who's pestering LaBelle. LaBelle nearly gave it away. He's at the end of a shift. Was quarterbacking that power play unit. And Dusek shovels it out to center. Zinchenko. Toe drag. Collides with Colton, and the puck slides in on Gonzalez, who opts for the whistle. Hat-tricks extend the lead. Cunningham from Ruiz and Ratcliffe at 2:36. Have them up 4-2. Our Wyatt Kopelman caught up with one of the hat-tricks at the intermission. Let's see how it went.
Well, the Hat-tricks have their first lead on the season here in Game 2 of the regular season, ahead 3-2 on the Motor City Rockers. Wyatt Kopelman here alongside Vadim Frolov. And Vadim, you get that crucial goal for insurance back in that second period. What did you see on that goal as you scored on the rebound?
I just saw battle behind the net, so I kind of stand up next to in front of the net. I saw puck goes like behind, on the opposite post, and was there. He kind of shoved it to me and just like finished it. Like I saw empty net, so.
Yeah, it was a beautiful finish as well. I mean, you were really wide open, and it's only the second game of the season. The Hat-tricks go for that first win tonight for Johnny Ruiz and Kyle Gonzalez. What do you like most about playing in Danbury thus far?
Obviously fans. So much. They give us so much energy. I love it. Always booing in the opposite team. It makes so much fun. Yeah. And the team, I'm sorry. And the team is awesome. Like, boys are.
Thank you to Wyatt, who caught up with Vadim Frolov at the intermission. Shot off the draw, blockered into the netting. Frolov with his first professional goal in that second period. Made it 3-1 Hat-tricks. One of the many youngsters that the Hat-tricks will rely on this season. Of course, some of the regulars still there. Ruiz, Ratcliffe, etc. But they will depend on the youth to find the back of the net. Heading in the corner, touches, and a penalty. Interference on the Hat-tricks. It's Frolov. So right when the Hat-tricks take the momentum back on the Cunningham goal, Frolov sets him up. Sets the Rockers up on the power play.
And get ready for the Hat-tricks penalty kill.
The Hat-tricks led this game 3-1 in the late stages of the second. Motor City made it 3-2, and the Hat-tricks have the lone goal in this period. Now they're on the kill. Motor City is a short-handed goal tonight, nothing on the power play. Colton walking the line, drops Milam, winds, fire save, rebound. McCullum makes a couple of stops on his backside, keeps it out, and the Hat-tricks clear. Ruiz off to the races, tried to beat Colton to the puck. Instead, the Rockers into the zone. Gagnon dropping off, lost it to Ruiz. Shovels it ahead for Ratcliffe. Short-handed 2-on-1. Ratcliffe for Ruiz, fan on the one-timer. Picked up far side, Pazitka. Motor City into the zone. 1:20 on the power play. LaBelle left it. Rockers take it. Pazitka pressured by Linnell. Twirls far boards. Gives it in the far corner. Gagnon to the right point. Milam for Colton, one-timer. Waffled aside by McCullum. Milam, another one-timer. Hit off the glove of McCullum and into the netting. A couple of rockets from the point, Milam and Colton. And McCullum stands tall. He's now made 25 saves on 27 shots. Smith and Zinchenko for the draw. Bo was second on the Hat-tricks in shorthanded goals last year. with 4. McCollum gobbles up a point shot. Milam unloading again.
Update from Cleveland, Ohio. New York Yankees 0. Cleveland Indians 1. Third inning, it's 0.
Smith and Zinchenko again on the face-off. It's Milam. Near side, Colton at the ring of the left circle. Crawls below the goal line. Harassed by LaBelle. Puck pops in the air, hit by a high stick of Linnell. Rockers keep it. Cross slot pass. Colton fans on the shot. Linnell lost the handle. It spits to the far corner. Smith has a goal and an assist tonight. To the left point, Colton across from Milam with 20 on the power play. Milam, skate to stick. Colton, one-timer off the shoulder of McCollum. Smith looking for Colton. Out for Zinchenko. 2-on-1. There's Zinchenko. Short-handed. Shoots. Glove save by Gonzalez. Out the other way, Hightower. Motor City. Back to even strength. Hightower airmails it. Linnell could not clear. Frolov, fresh out of the box, helps him. And Hightower back into the O-zone for the Rockers. Drop pass. Wrister blocked by Abdella. Getting there first is Rivers. He reverses for Smith. Centering try all the way down. And the Rockers reorganize.
Okay,
They call icing on that play.
A game-worn jersey
Now,
from the hat-trick.
it appeared
Number 15,
that the Rockers centered.
4-2-3. That is 1-5.
It was Smith behind the net who centered. The puck went all the way down, and they call icing. Up, they've discussed and overturned.
Another winning ticket. 1-5. 4-4. 3-4-2. You've won $100.
Well, they make the correction, and the face-off at center. Gagnon and Ruiz.
Falcons football team.
Outlet for Ratcliffe, just enough on it to push forward. Oaks angles. Motor City just a touch off in the neutral zone. And Pamelaine skies it towards the goal. Gonzalez didn't see it. It went off the top of the net. Ricardo almost caught off guard. Ruiz wins the battle. Couldn't get the shot off. Wrap around in front. Cunningham's there. And it's swept aside by Pazitka. Pamelaine finishing his check on the far boards. Kafka took a tumble. Hat-trick's Dusek clears the zone. Oaks flips it off the netting. And a whistle. Almost a disaster for Gonzalez, who has been Motor City's best player tonight, was one of their best players last night. 52 saves on 56 shots, according to the big board. Face-off back out to center. Anderson wins. The youngster Dusek for DeLong, who ramps into the Rocker zone. Henning kept it in at the right point. Frolov, one hands below the goal line. Anderson in a board battle, chopped to the near side. A battle behind the Rockers' net. Meanwhile, Motor City into the offensive zone. Henning and Baptiste collide. Free puck behind the net. Dusek uses the kick plate and slides it into the Rockers' zone. Stretch pass, touchdown by Baptiste. Hat-tricks go the other way. Linnell flings it behind the net. Gamzatov in pursuit. Linnell gets there. Gonzalez tips it, out of play. Another media timeout here in Danbury. Hat-tricks 4 and Motor City 2. Doug Latuca with you here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. Thanks so much for joining us, whether You've got the split screen going, some college football, or the Yankees and Guardians in the ALCS. Or if we're the only thing you got on the television, we appreciate you for joining us on a Saturday night. Game 2 of the long FPHL season for both of these teams. 56 total games, and then a chance to raise that Commissioner's Cup. Binghamton won it last year. Hat-Tricks won it in 22-23. This is the 5th season of Hat-Tricks hockey, looking to get back to the playoffs for the 4th time. And the one season that they did not make the playoffs, there were no playoffs. Played the regular season, and then COVID hit. Finished first in the division that year. Shots 53-28 Hat-Tricks. They lead it 4-2. Puck is knocked into the Hat-Tricks bench. And the face-off returns to the right dot. Linnell and Smith on the draw. Smith out, Hightower in. Hat-Tricks win another face-off. Gonzalez pounds it in. Ricardo Gonzalez played it behind the net, nearly turned it over. Rockers try to reset. They do clear as Hightower pressured Linnell just enough. Zinchenko gets the red line. His dump in was intercepted. Smith up the left wing. Smith, backhander, grazes off the mask of McCullum and off the wall, out of play. Avery Smith all over the ice for Motor City tonight. Goal and an assist. Him and Eli Rivers, the only 2 Rockers on the score sheet. Mentioned it at the top, but Danbury is without Chase Harwell. He should return to the Hat-Tricks for their 2 games next weekend against Binghamton and Hudson Valley on Friday and Saturday. Some housekeeping notes. The backup goalie tonight is Andrew LaRusso, not Frankie McClendon. McClendon dressed last night, but it's been McCullum these first 2 games for Danbury. Connor was in SPHL camp, but a late arrival to the Hat-Tricks. Happy to have the second-year goaltender back after he had the league-high 24 wins as a rookie. Buck into the Rockers bench and a face-off at the dot. Rockers started the scoring. Hat-Tricks with 3 unanswered. Motor City chipped in to the Danbury lead to cut it to 3-2. And then Cunningham gave the Hat-Tricks a little bit of breathing room. That's where we stand, under 9 to play in the final period of regulation. Gagnon tips it in. A race between Kafka and Gonzalez. Centering try, bouncing around. Colton kept it momentarily. And DeLong helps it to center. Oaks for the Rockers. Over the center ice logo. It's Gagnon dropping Pazitska. Pass to the far side. Went off the stick of Colton, who was crashing the net. A scrum for it at the right point. Kafka took a tumble. Anderson clanks it off the glass, back into the Motor City zone. Milam, lead pass. Pazitka gets it in deep. And there goes Cunningham. Ruiz leading. Ratcliffe, 3-on-2 for the Hat-Tricks. Cunningham twirling. Has his head up, has the trailer Abdella. Wrist shot, pass for Ruiz, stopped. Wraparound was snuffed out by Milam. Puck is free. Spits in front. Cunningham couldn't get the handle. Rockers the other way. Rivers up the left wing. Gains the line. Sends it middle. Gave it away to Ruiz. He'll exchange with Ratcliffe. Back for Ruiz. Drops off Cunningham. Backhander off the crossbar. Dusick at the left point puts one on, and Gonzalez clamps it. Cunningham looking for his second of the night. Almost went bar down. Linnell, Gamzatov, Zinchenko, Dusick, and Henning, the 5 black jerseys on the ice. Both teams in the same uniforms as last night. 4-2 Motor City win. Gamzatov scored tonight. Gave it off for Zinchenko, a tie-up on the far boards. Linnell and Dusick combined to keep in. Delaney attempted a reverse, gave it away. Zinchenko into the center, and Linnell fends off a check. Linnell cuts middle, wrist shot blocked, out for Henning. He sent it towards goal. It was knocked away by Gamzatov. Hat-tricks possessed with 6:45 to go. Zinchenko looking for Linnell, detected and cleared. Hat-tricks with an offensive zone shift there. Most get a change. Oaks for the Rockers. Get some separation, then hounded by Zinchenko. Pressed back into the hat-trick zone. D-to-D, Gonzalez to LaBelle. Outlet. It's Frolov. Left wing. Frolov shoots. And Gonzalez again with a stop. Ricardo Gonzalez keeping this Rockers team in it. 4-2. Couple ticks over 6 minutes remaining. Anderson and Gagnon. Danbury wins another draw. Woolley in the far corner, double teamed. And Milam at the controls behind the Rockers' net. Motor City out to center, forced to turn back. And the outlet hops the stick of Kafka, who collides with LaBelle near the blue line. Frolov sidesteps a couple stick checks, zigzags through center. Frolov outside, shot, kick save Gonzalez. This was the score last night, except flipped. Motor City had 4, Hat-tricks had 2. Danbury trying to hold on for its first win of the year. Ruiz, right wing, looking for the trailer. Ratcliffe does find him, pass in front, save, rebound, score! Number 2 for Corey Cunningham. 3-goal Hat-tricks lead. Cunningham continues to find the back of the net. 3 goals through 2 games. His second of the night. Ruiz forced a turnover at center. Puck thrown on net by Ratcliffe, and Cunningham standing at the top of the crease. Tucks it home on shot 59 for Danbury tonight. Well, I think Ruiz might be feeling all right.
Timeout, Motor City.
He picks up his second assist on both Cunningham goals. Ruiz and Ratcliffe with the helpers. That after DeLong, Gamzatov, and Frolov started the scoring. The Hat-tricks have distanced themselves. It was a bouncing puck at the right point. Ratcliffe just threw it to the net, and Cunningham stopped, located, and scored. Final 5:10 of the third period. Puck was tipped in by Hightower, who chases after it for Motor City. Met by Pamelayan. Swatted to the near side, Ratcliffe. Flubbed the clear, Smith. Couple of moves around both Ruiz and Ratcliffe. Finds the puck in the near corner. Shoved down. And Pamelayan comes away with it. 3-on-2. Ruiz, right wing. Sauce pass all the way through. Looking for Cunningham. Would have been a hat trick. Cunningham. The centering pass intercepted. Rivers goes cross ice, tape to tape with Oakes. Gets the red, gets the blue. Lost it to Linnell, who plays backwards and gave it away. Pazitka threw it in front, and Dusek out the other way. It's a 4-on-3. Dusek angles for Linnell. Space opens up. Gamzatov shoots, scores! A snipe from Alexander Gamzatov, his second of the night. And the hat-tricks are running away with it. The kids have come to play. Cunningham, Gamzatov, 2 goals apiece. Something about the number 7 tonight. Cunny number 17. Gamzatov 77. Danbury just 1 goal away from hitting 7. Final 4:02. Rockers need 4 goals to even things up, or the hat-tricks will pick up victory number 1 in 24-25. And a big 3 points to even themselves up with the Rockers in the standings. Of course, very early on, not much doing in terms of standing, watching, and tallying up points, but important to get off to a hot start. You don't want to dig yourself a hole. And the hat-tricks, of course, with the new coaching staff, Kyle Gonzalez and Johnny Ruiz, the co-head coaches following Billy McCreary's departure, want to get off to a fast start. Offensively, they've been sharp, much better on the defensive end than last night are the hat-tricks. Now, Motor City not as opportunistic tonight. Rockers didn't eclipse 30 shots rather last night, but scored 4 goals, which was enough. Gonzalez also the difference last night for Motor City in the Rockers' net on 51 hat-trick shots. Tonight he's faced 59. He surrendered 6 goals. Most of the fans still here in Danbury, enjoying a 6-2 hat-tricks lead. Lavelle turns back for Cunningham. Dishes for Ratcliffe. Hat-tricks offside. And the final timeout of regulation here in Danbury. Well, the hat-tricks message this offseason, entering season 5 as a franchise, is get off to a good start. And the 1 goal, of course, getting back to a Commissioner's Cup Finals and getting the job done for the 2nd time in 5 seasons. Well, game 1, there were pieces that looked fairly positive, but it did not come together tonight. The complete opposite. A complete performance from the hat-tricks. McCullum has been sharp, 27 for 29 in the hat-tricks net. Very few A-plus chances in front of the second-year netminder. Gonzalez kept Motor City in this game for the majority, but the hat-tricks breaking through, and it was the top line of Cunningham, Ruiz, and Ratcliffe delivering. That line, of course, did not start the game because Ruiz was questionable coming in. Game time decision with that injury he sustained last night. Hat-tricks shoot it into the netting. It was deflected, so no penalty. And the final 2 minutes here in Danbury. It was 1-1 after one. 3-2 hat-tricks after two. And the hat-tricks, for the second time tonight, scored 3 unanswered goals to close things out. Rivers, goal and an assist for Motor City. Puck squirts out in front. A one-time shot fought off, hit the side of the net. Smith looking for his second of the night. LaBelle kisses it off the glass. Might have too much velo on it. It does, and it's an icing. Well, the hat-tricks are right back here in Danbury on Friday night. 7:30 puck drop. They welcome the Commissioner's Cup champions, the Binghamton Black Bears. That is First Responders Night and also our Halloween costume contest. It's October 25th. If you fall within those groups, you want to enjoy a contest, well, sign up at danburyhattricks.com. Gamzatov has scored twice tonight. To the left point, LaBelle. LaBelle to Linnell. He's tossed by Oakes behind the net. Gonzalez keeps, crawls, passes for Gamzatov, and it is cleared to the neutral zone. Under a minute to play. LaBelle, room to navigate. Gets the red line, floats it in. 45 seconds. Most fans on their feet. And a huge hit from Frolov. He knocked down Campbell. Half a minute to go. Fans are loving it. Pass misconnects. The last 10. Pamelayan up for Anderson. Anderson right wing shoots. Saved by Gonzalez. And he covers with 2.2. And that just about does it. The hat-tricks with 61 shots. Motor City with 30. And in game number 2 of the 24-25 season, the hat-tricks have win number 1. 6-2 the final score. They split the weekend set with the Rockers. Pick up their first 3 points of the new year and improve to 1-1, 0-0. Rockers with an identical record and the same number of points. Similar games both nights. The hat-tricks just capitalizing tonight, and it leads to 6 goals. DeLong, Frolov, 2 from Gamzatov. Cunningham found the back of the net twice. Both Gamzatov and Cunningham have 3 goals through the first 2 games. And for the first time, the hat-tricks will raise the Litchfield Distillery barrel, and it is Alexander Gamzatov. shined last night in his hat-trick's debut. Replicates that performance tonight and some with the 2 goals and the hat-tricks. Salute the Danbury faithful with their first win of their 5th season. Now Ricardo Gonzalez, exceptional. Faced 61 shots, made 55 saves. McCollum in the other net, 28 for 30. Not too shabby for last year's league win leader. The positive to start the night, Ruiz in the lineup. Didn't know if he was going to go. He draws in, grabs 2 assists on both Cunningham goals. And the hat-tricks skate off to their first victory in 24-25. It is just the beginning, folks. We've got hat-tricks hockey every weekend until April, and we're happy to have you along the ride. 3 stars here at the DIA.
Third star from the hat-tricks with 28 saves, number 29, Connor McCollum.
Connor McCollum, the 3rd star.
Tonight's
He made 28 saves.
hat-tricks with the game-winning goal, number 21,
Vadim Frolov, game-winning goal. Came back in the 2nd period. He is the 2nd star for the hat-tricks and the 1st star.
2 goals, number 17,
Corey Cunningham, 1st star of tonight's game. What a performance for Cunningham. 23 goals last year, already 3 goals in his first 2 games. Had 5 shots last night and a power play goal. And he continues to light the lamp for this hat-tricks team, who, as we mentioned in the broadcast, will rely heavily on the young scoring to get the job done this season. Of course, the veterans sprinkled in, but you got to rely on the kids to fill the net. So, both the hat-tricks and the Rockers come away with 1 win on the weekend. Both teams are in action twice next weekend. Motor City remains on the road. They'll head to Watertown for 2 games, Friday and Saturday night. They start the season with 5 straight road games, capping it off against Port Huron on November 1st before they finish off that home-and-home with the Prowlers the next night on November 2nd. So 5 straight road games for Motor City. They are in Watertown next weekend for 2. As for the hat-tricks, they finish off the 3-game homestand to open things up with the Binghamton Black Bears on Friday night at 7:30. And then the first road test, but only about a 45-minute drive to Newburgh, New York to face off against the Hudson Valley Venom. First ever regular season matchup between the hat-tricks and the Venom in the Battle of '84. We'll have coverage of all of it starting Friday night, 7:30 puck drop, hat-tricks and Black Bears. Can't wait to chat then. All right, the hat-tricks get their first 3 points of the season. 6-2 the final score over the Rockers. Danbury faithful goes home happy, and the hat-tricks are officially in the win column. For everyone helping out behind the scenes, we appreciate that very much. Dealing with some technical difficulties throughout the first 2 nights. We hope to get those fixed moving forward. Pretty smooth tonight, not much trouble, but we'll talk again next Friday. Hat-tricks and Black Bears here on the Hat-tricks Digital Network. Once again, 6-2 hat-tricks win it over the Rockers. I'm Doug Latuca saying have a great rest of your night, hat-tricks and Rockers fans. And we will see you again on Friday here in Danbury. Good night, everyone.